Guten Abend, Dames und Herren. Welcome to DeMoNiK's Daily Dose. It is the 10th of November 2014. I've returned from Bloemfontein, armed with a cup of coffee, which means it's time for the news. BioWare recently had a Twitch TV stream showing off 90 minutes of Dragon Age Inquisition multiplayer footage. In Dragon Age Inquisition, your multiplayer character will exist completely separately from your single player character. There will be 12 characters to choose from, 4 warrior classes, 4 rogue classes, and 4 mage classes. In terms of what to expect in those classes, I mean, they're pretty much what you would get in D&D kind of thing. You've got a paladin class, you've got a warrior, you've got a warlock, in your mage class, you've got archers and things like that. So it's pretty stock standard Dungeons and Dragons, really. If you want to check out the footage, it's a Twitch TV stream. Unfortunately, it's really high quality, so unless you have a pretty good line, it's going to be quite difficult for you to stream it. But you can try, regardless, maybe leave it overnight or something, but it charges in chunks, so it's pretty difficult to do. But anyway, I will link it in the description below. An Indiegogo project has started for a movie called Hardcore, which is going to be the first ever FPS film. It is shot in the first-person perspective. You may have known the director for a video called Bad Motherfucker, which is on YouTube, has 40 million hits, and is a little sequence of very action-packed FPS style sort of cinematography. The movie is set to star local actor Sholto Copley, who you might know as the fucking prawn from District 9. I will link the trailer here, otherwise I will put it in the description as well below. It looks really cool, and I'll link the Indiegogo project as well. So if you want to check it out, maybe give it a little bit of funding. It's only looking for $250,000. Just check the description below. BlizzCon update. Obviously it was BlizzCon last weekend, which means there's a whole bunch of announcements coming from them. We're going to start with Hearthstone. Hearthstone is getting itself an expansion, Gnomes vs Goblins, which is going to contain 120 new cards. This expansion actually focuses on the RNG gods out there, as there are going to be a lot of random effects coming into play. Gnomes vs Goblins is set to release in December. So get ready out there, Hearthstone players. An expansion was released for Blizzard's Starcraft 2 Legacy of the Void, the final part in the trilogy of the Starcraft 2 Legacy. In the final expansion, you will play the role of Protoss, and there are multiple changes that are actually going to impact the game. Just to name a few, your starting workers go from 6 to 10. Minerals have been changed from 1,500 to just 1,000 per patch, so there's going to be a lot more expanding. The Lurker is back. The Scourge can now fly, or the things that hatch things. I mean, I watch StarCraft. I don't play that much StarCraft, but you know what I'm talking about. It's going to be a huge change for StarCraft. I'm really excited to see when it launches in March next year, but we're going to have to wait for a little bit, so be patient. The final and probably most surprising announcement from Blizzard was the announcement of an all-new IP called Overwatch. It is basically a Team Fortress 2 sort of clone. There are 12 characters at the moment in a 6v6 sort of game setting, and it looks like there are multiple objectives that you have to do. Either it's going to be capture the points or get a rail, a cart down a rail, TF2 that's pretty much an exact copy. I mean, it's been pointed out that they pretty much have an infatuation with Valve. They have now copied TF2, they copied Dota 2 for Heroes of the Storm in some ways, because it's a MOBA game. So I mean, they're in love. One thing Blizzard always do right though is the cinematic, which I will launch here for Overwatch. There were actually 14 cinematics in total. There was a gameplay trailer, a actual reveal trailer, and then a little bit like minute trailer for each of these characters that you can see behind me. Blizzard have never done an FPS before, so it's going to be interesting to see what they can cook up in that department, since it's pretty much new territory for them. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take my cup of coffee and be on my merry way. Please feel free to like and comment down below, or subscribe by hitting the button, and until I see you next time, keep on gaming.